You know, it'd be very easy for me to say this is a Q3 with a black and white sensor only, but there's something more to this camera, and it kind of grew on me over the few days I had it in a way that I feel is the most complete monochrome experience Leica's come out with. Let's talk about it. All right, so the Q3 Monochrom, obviously, we knew this was coming for quite some time. I mean, this is, you know how Leica comes out with these monochrome camera systems. And, you know, on paper, it's the same specs as a Q3. Same megapixels, same EVF, same display. The paint on this is more of a matte finish, very much of that monochrome-esque look that we've seen on the M11 Monochrom, M10 Monochrom, Q2 Monochrom. Very, very similar. It's blacked out, beautiful leather wrapping on this. The markings are white and gray. It's very stealthy looking. You don't see the Leica anywhere on this at all. No red dot, no black dot. It is just blacked out, baby. It's like a Navy SEAL with a lens. It's what it's like, and it is gorgeous to use. And the feeling of the leather is awesome. Again, I would prefer a little bit of a grip on this thing, but even with the grip, without the grip, it's great. And with this 60 megapixel black and white sensor only, without the color filter on it, the dynamic range, the image quality is friggin' beautiful. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's like shooting medium format in a Q3 body. That's the best way to explain it. You can pull details from the shadows, the highlights. I mean, the ISO performance, we'll talk about that one. That's its own topic in this video because you've never seen something like this. It is, but just the tonality in the black and white is so different from what you get out of some sort of black and white simulation out of other camera systems out there. And a lot of them do really nice black and white simulations. Don't get me wrong. They're beautiful. This, I mean, when you take a photo of somebody and the skin tone and the graduation and the tonality in the skin, it is like shooting medium format. That's the best way to explain it. And it's a bit muted when you get it out of the camera, put it right into Lightroom. At first you're like, oh, but it's not really a lot of contrast there. It looks a bit blah. This is a template for you to edit to your heart's content and the image hold. You want to crush the blacks? Crush them. You want to make this very gray, low contrast? Have at it. You're going to see a lot of great detail. You want to make this a very stark white and black image? This can do it, and you're going to hold very, very well. It is beautiful, and that's why these monochrome cameras from Leica, regardless if it's an M or a Q, throughout the years, people love them. Again, it's a very niche camera, not for everybody. We know that. Black and white only. Not everybody likes to do that. But trust me, when you get into your hands, it's something special. Now, one new feature on the Q3 Mono that's not on the Q3 as of yet is that the menu system is more touch-enabled like the SL3. Now, on the Q3, you have to use the directional pad to sort of navigate through the menu system, but on this, you can actually touch and swipe through the menu system. And I'm guessing this is just a firmware update because if the Q3 Mono can do it, the Q3 can as well. So hopefully Leica does give that to the Q3 owners out there, but it's nice that they're including it here in the Mono. The thing about the Q3 Monochrom we should talk about, the elephant in the room, is there is no phase detect autofocusing. So the Q3 brought phase detect autofocusing into the Q system the first time we saw it, right? And everybody was excited about that. It's like Leica's finally got phase detect autofocusing. Then the SL3 had it, which kind of performs still like contrast-based. Another video for another day. But the Q3 had it. The Q3 Mono does not have it. And the reason is, according to what was told to me from the Leica peeps here in Singapore, is that when you remove that color layer off the sensor, that's going to remove the phase detect points. Again, I'm not an engineer. I don't know if this is true or not, or if this is just marketing. This is what I was told. But it is contrast-based only. But I will say this, in defense of this camera, before you write it off, it's very fast. And it's quite accurate. I was walking around the streets here in Singapore, and I was just taking a lot of sample images. Everything you're seeing here are sample images. Nothing is going to win any awards. But it was grabbing people on the street as they were walking around, moments, subjects. I was impressed. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than what it is. And I'm also told that there will be a firmware update coming probably within the next month or two to even improve the autofocusing more on all the Q systems, including the Q3 with phase detect. So it's some sort of AI enhanced autofocusing system. I'm not too sure what exactly the name is. They were describing it like it's something new. So I don't know if it's coming to the SL system. Hopefully it does, because the SL3 needs a little bit of help. Leica, help out the SL3 a bit. But for the Q system, it's coming, and for the monochrome as well. But I will tell you, if you are hesitant about that, try this camera first if you go to a Leica store, because you may walk out going, oh, this is a lot faster than I thought it was. Let's talk about the ISO performance, because this is probably one of the reasons why you're going to want to get the Q3 monochrome over the Q2 monochrome or other cameras. So it's a dual-based ISO system. So it's 100 to 560, and it's 640 up to 200,000. At 100, these images are clean. Now, I wish the base ISO was lower, like 64 or 50, but it's not. It's 100. Whatever the reason is, it is. I took images, obviously, base ISO, sharp, tons of detail. But what's it like when you go up the ISO chain? Bring it to 50,000. 50,000 looks like 6,400 or maybe 10,000 on other camera systems. There's a lot of detail. Yeah, there's a little bit of grain, but there's a lot of detail there. And I'm not talking, there's no noise reduction added in these files at all. And it's that beautiful. It is, whoa, I don't need a flash. I don't need to worry about taking images in like really dark situations. It will pull detail. Most of the time when we read specs on cameras and they say they can do up to ISO 350, 400,000, 200,000, whatever, we just like, whatever, nobody shoots that, especially in color, right? The color noise is going to come into play. It's going to be muddy, no detail. It's not even worth looking at, right? Most of us stay around the 6,400 to 12,800 thereabouts, and we stay in that range in color, and then we use noise reduction software. Well, I don't know what Leica does with these sensors. 200,000 is usable. Yeah, I took a photo of watches here. My Omega Seamaster and a Leica watch. I think it was the ZM12. At 200,000, you still see the detail in the watch. You can see the text. You can see the numbers. You can see the wave pattern on the Omega dial. You can see the detail in the Leica watch at 200,000. And add a little bit of noise reduction, you would have no idea. Now, again, at 200,000, there's not a lot of dynamic range in this file whatsoever. So if you want to bring up the highlights or bring up the shadows, it's going to get messy really quickly. But you still have an image there if you expose correctly right out the gate. And you can use it. You can use it and it looks like film. And that's the beauty of these black and white sensors. Now, we've always known that ISO performance on black and white sensors of all the Leica cameras is always much better than the color. I mean, you might want flash for the aesthetics and the look of it, but if you are ever in a situation, you're like, I don't have flash, but let's say maybe you're I'm just thinking out loud, like a church or a temple or something like that. It's a low light, maybe just a little bit of light there peeking through. And you're like, my normal camera would make this really muddy and noisy. Can this hold? Oh yeah. I mean, I'm just taking photos of watches, but imagine in an entire scene. Unbelievable. And that's really the essence of this camera system. It's not, again, it can shoot video as well, same as the Q3. It's all the same settings. I didn't try video. You can use mics with an out-of-the-road mic, but it's not for video. I mean, it's contrast-based. You're not going to get great autofocus for video. But it really is a special camera. And if you love black and white photography, or even if you have the means to afford another camera, you've got a ton of other cameras that shoot in color, but you want something very niche, very specific, this camera may be one to add into the kit. Let's talk about one of the other elephants in the room. It's only the Q3 with the 28 1.7 Summilux lens, not the Q3 43 f2 lens. I don't know why Leica didn't release both at the same time. I really don't. Because I am not a 28 fan personally. I mean, I have to review the lenses. I can appreciate the focal length, but it's not something that inspires me. I'm always cropping in on my Q3 images. Most of these that you're seeing here are cropped in to some extent. Very few are exactly as I shot because I just don't see the world in 28. It doesn't inspire me. But 43 does. And unfortunately for someone like me, it's not out yet. Now, maybe Leica will release a 43 version in the future. Rumor has it they will. Why didn't they release it at the same time? I don't know. Because it'd be nice that you could go to the boutique or the store or your dealer, whoever you get your camera from, and you can go, I can choose Q3 43 mono or Q3 monochrome, and I can have that choice. But Leica's not giving us that. You know the 43 people love that lens. Give us that one in monochrome. Another thing, animal detection is still in beta. How many years has it been in beta for? Now, I don't mean to nitpick on this, but Leica's focused on image quality and that photographer's experience. But there does come a time where you have to question, why are we not getting some advancements here? Now, maybe this firmware update in the future will address some of these things, and maybe in a month from now, this update will come and I can delete this part of the video. It doesn't take away the experience of the Q3 Monochrom because probably you're not going to be doing these kind of photography, but you got a beautiful camera system. We're paying a premium for these things. Can you at least give us a little bit more technology inside of it? It's beautiful. I'm just not a 28 fan, so when it does come in a 43, I will put my kidney on eBay and I will try to get a Q3 43 Mono. But until then, a man can dream. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, like, subscribe. Thank you for the support. Greatly appreciated. And I'll chat to you all very, very soon. Bye.